Protocol Live, episode 11, another media-rich podcast for you, coming from the Protocol Studios here in sunny Newark, New Jersey. Beautiful day.
Yes.
We got a special guest in studio.
Before we start, wait. I want to address the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Ready?
Oh, God.
The red-haired gorilla. Kevin, you used to being the biggest guy on the screen.
Yep.
Well, we have somebody that makes you look like me.
Yeah. So it's actually kind
Let's
of
introduce
funny.
this.
My seat does not raise up. If you raise
That's
it
an
up, it just
excuse.
falls. We
That's
need a
an
new seat for
excuse.
me. But yes, I am looking quite small in studio today. But yeah, let's
We
introduce
have a very
Chiger.
special guest. We have our first ever celebrity.
Yes.
Our first ever celebrity.
Well.
True
There's
celebrity.
always a celebrity here, but we have a true celebrity today.
A real life celebrity.
You guys are being too kind.
Chiger, everybody.
Yes.
Give a big round of applause for Chiger.
Yes.
And
So-
for those of you that do not know who Chiger is yet, you will. And for those of you that follow and love him, it's going to be a great show. Chiger,
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me on today.
It's an honor to have you.
It's an honor to
yeah.
meet you,
Yes.
the legend.
This is actually our first time meeting.
It
First
is.
time meeting
It is.
one.
It's my first time meeting I'm not going to surprise you, but it's my first time meeting like a celebrity like this. Is pretty cool. Like he's
Blushing.
a massive. He's actually sitting in a hole. You can't even see how he is. How tall are
very
you?
tall.
Almost 6'7".
Almost 6'7". Massive. Now tell the readers and the ladies out there that want to know what size shoe you wear.
Size 18.
Size 18. Chicka wow.
Yep. All that means is I wear big socks.
Yeah. Well, so let me tee it off for him. So we were at Caravan one evening, and our good friend Tim was there, and he's friends with Chiger. He came in, and Chiger just is a personality, owns the room. He'll tell you about what he does for a living, but a competition food eater, and he'll do a much better job than I will. But he's just somebody that I immediately thought, I want you on our podcast. He's supported Protocol and became really close with him, and obviously we're already close with Tim, and just excited to have you here today and get you in studio. But why don't you tell the people about yourself a little bit?
All
Put you on
right.
the spot.
I'm the number one ranked eater in Pennsylvania for competitive eating. I'm 12th ranked overall in the world for competitive eating. So for all you guys, Coney Island, famous Nathan's hot dog eating contest on 4th of July. I've been there twice, 2018, 2019. Qualified
That's awesome.
4th and 5th in the world to go. Hope to qualify in the top 5 again this year for 2020. The crowd, the field's getting tougher to qualify. I really feel that I have to put up 40-plus hot dogs in 10 minutes to get there this
40
year.
plus in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I qualified last year of 31 and a half in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's what I do. I eat a bunch of food. We were just in New Orleans last month. I ate 12 and a half pounds of red beans and rice in 8 minutes.
Holy cow.
I've done 14 pounds of strawberry shortcake in 8 minutes. Hostess Don't Eats 139 in 8 minutes with a half a gallon of hot coffee. 10-pound pizzas, 8-pound burritos, 6-pound burritos.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just crush food. I mean, that's what I do. I get paid to eat, and I love it. And I
Fits
don't-
well with us, Juan. We eat a lot of food here too.
Yes,
and
we
good
do.
Food, not as much. The
No.
quantity's a lot less.
I am a foodie, so I don't eat like that a lot. It
We're
seems like
foodies too. This is awesome, actually.
yeah, definitely.
Hopefully one day, I got a good idea. Maybe we should take them to Keen Steakhouse in Manhattan. We always love that place. That's one of our go-to places in Manhattan. You go to the city much at all?
I do. I'm in the city quite a bit, doing different media things and competitive eating things. So
That's pretty awesome.
yeah.
Tell them about your breakfast the other day when you stopped at Caravan. You're like, oh, for breakfast I stopped at IHOP, and how many pancakes did you eat? I was blown away.
It was you get all you could eat pancakes if you buy there like 222. So I had 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, and 70 pancakes.
What? Did you say 70?
70 pancakes.
70 pancakes.
In an
I would love
hour.
to have seen poor Susan, the server, and the cook. He must have had to go buy more flour and more. Oh my God.
Yeah, they stuck their head out of the kitchen a couple times as I kept ordering the
Wow.
pancakes.
Now I know usually when you order them, they bring you a 3 at a clip. What did you tell them to bring it to you? How many at a clip?
What do we get them to bring them out at? I think 10 at a clip, maybe.
Okay, that's not terrible. 7 trips? That's
7 trips.
impressive.
Yeah, and I mean, we just kept going. I wanted to see what I could eat in an hour. took my time, and
That's you taking your time. Oh my god.
the video's coming out here shortly. My guy's working on it now as we
Oh,
speak.
awesome. Oh, hopefully that wasn't a spoiler.
No. I mean, I go live on my Facebook page a lot, so you could watch a lot of my live streams on Facebook. I'm trying to build my YouTube following so I can start going live on YouTube when I'm out traveling and stuff.
And we're gonna help you do that. We're gonna push each other because
Yeah.
we're all one.
Yeah.
You smoke and
Definitely.
it's
It's
awesome.
a small world. I mean,
Speaking of smoking, we got so starstruck with you being here that we forgot to do our segment of. We usually open up with what is everybody smoking, but you were in the room and just your aura, your presence, just we all starstruck. So let's start, Tristan, on your end.
I'm smoking the wonderful and fantastic Themis Corona Gorda. Ooh.
Good choice. I'm smoking the Protocol Blue original one, but the owner size, the double Corona. Awesome cigar. I'm going to give one to him so you can try.
oh, thank you.
Okay.
So I also have a protocol. I'm smoking the same one you are, I think.
Themis.
Themis.
Yeah, Themis Toro. We're both smoking that.
Oh, very tasty.
Wow, I'm the only one. 3 of these things are right. Remember that thing from Sesame
You're all
Street?
by yourself,
I'm
pal.
all by myself. I'm the only
Hello,
one
darkness,
out of
my
the
old
box.
friend.
Once I drink my beer, I'm going to smoke this to
Yeah,
chase my beer.
This is massive. This is a great cigar. All right, back to you. I'm sorry. It's kind of
No,
we
you
went
didn't have
cigar.
to step off me. It's all good. Yeah, I'm trying to think where we're at.
Just
yeah.
about you. We're about you right now.
All right, so I
It's gonna
mean,
be a fight who can talk over each other.
Are you married? Are you single out there for all the ladies watching?
I am single.
Size
at the moment.
18.
Yeah.
Size 18. Available.
So I've been so busy traveling the last 2 years. I've done 32 competitions, 12 states, 2 countries.
That's actually one of my questions. I'm gonna. I have a set up some questions for you for the audience.
I'm just mumbling now.
No, but you're doing good. You're doing great.
So yeah, I just it's all about just building where I'm at. I was a rookie at 39 years old in 2018. I'll be turning 40 here next week. Oof,
Oh,
I can't believe it.
congratulations,
41
the
next
big
week,
four.
I'm
Happy
sorry.
birthday.
41
Yeah.
The
next
big
week.
4-1.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But so the big thing is I've just been really trying to just build my brand, the Smorgasbord. Really trying to get this whole competitive eating thing down. I'm doing more food challenges. I'm breaking out doing, Q&As on the food.
You heard it here first, people. Chiger is the official competitive eater of Protocol Cigars. We're gonna do whatever we can to help you grow, and not, I don't want you to grow this way. I want you to grow with
I've
more
lost 80
followers.
pounds doing
That's
this.
good. That's actually
So,
awesome.
Can you believe that?
I might be growing up, but I'm definitely getting slimmer as the last few years go on.
It's amazing.
So I got some questions from the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ready for the first one?
Actually, my ex-girlfriend ate about 40 hot dogs in one night, and she gained a lot of weight from that.
Yes.
She ate a lot of weenies.
Oh, God.
Wayo. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, can you tell everyone how you started this competitive eating thing, please?
Yeah, I about 10 years ago, I was standing in line paying my cable bill, and there was this young, small woman in front of me, and she's talking to the cable ladies, I'm going back to Coney Island, and, I qualified with 15 hot dogs in 10 minutes, and I started chuckling, and she turned around, and she called me out. She's like, I can eat more hot dogs than you. I'm like, I don't know, lady. And she's like, well, you need to come to my gym and practice with me, and I could prove to you I can eat more hot dogs.
Wait, you go to the gym to eat hot dogs?
She's a personal trainer.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
that's where we were practicing when we first started at the gym.
Very cool.
And we set up the table and the grill, and we cooked the hot dogs. And I did eat more than she did, but I'm like 17 or 18 hot dogs my first time out, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And she's like, you need to try to qualify to go to Coney Island. And I'm like, Joey and them, they're eating 40, 50 hot dogs, Kobayashi. I'm like, I have a racing background, so if you're, second place is first loser. So I'm like, I'm not going to waste my time. Like, I can't eat 40, 50 hot dogs. You're nuts. Right. So I became her sparring partner. Every year I would train with her during hot dog season. 3 months out of the year, we train really hard for Coney Island and try to qualify and better ourselves. So she ended up, talking me into becoming her sparring partner, and we did that for years. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then finally she's like, you need to go to a qualifier. And I started pushing myself. I got into the low 20s, mid 20s in practice with hot dogs and buns. And I went to my first qualifier, and I just got hooked. The crowd, the MCs announcing just spilling all this boilerplate crap about you, making this all up, but the crowd's eating it up, loving it. They're screaming your name. You get up there, And I took second place. I think I ate like 17 hot dogs to like 21 or something. And I'm like, what? And I walk off stage, and professional, top ranked eaters in the world are like, I beat some that are, ranked in the top 50. And guys are shaking my hand coming off stage. They're like, you need to stick with this. You need to train harder and blah, blah, blah. And, really do something with this. So I kept, training harder for the few years after that. I finally qualified in 2018 to go to Coney Island. And I debuted at 18th in the world.
Wow.
In 2019, I got moved up to 12th in the world. And it's just like, just earth shattering to me. It's it's overwhelming. The fans, meeting people, getting paid to eat, getting out there, traveling, seeing the country. Like, I mean, I've always kind of like seen the country a little bit here and there, but now I get to go to different places and just take it all in, enjoy the weekend, meet people. Overall, people are awesome, and especially like with the cigar business. You guys like you've taken me in from the day I met you at.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I loved you from the second I met you. You're just a personality. You're just awesome.
I love you and I only know you for 5 minutes.
Man crush over here. So,
Yeah.
But it just meeting all the people, and it's a different industry. Like with the food and like my competitors, like we all compete against each other for 6 to 12 minutes, depending on what we're eating.
Right.
But other times we're traveling together, we're sharing rooms. I'm sleeping on people's office floors. I mean, I'm a rock star, right? Everyone's telling me, "Oh, you're a rock star." I'm like, "Yeah, I slept on Juan's office floor for 2 nights in Texas last week after I drove there 28 hours straight." So, and hotel rooms. There's 5 of us in a hotel room or whatever. It's like a big frat party, and we all just help each other. And
It sounds like a lot of fun.
it is a good time. It's a big party. I mean, because we eat to the extreme, but we party to the extreme too. So
Good.
We do the
same.
parties, and they're all. There's
That's our
after
motto
parties.
too. Also, we smoke to the extreme
Yeah.
and party to. I like that. We're gonna
So-
do a hashtag on social media guy. Put that in there. Smoke to the extreme.
Smoke
Party
to
to
the
the
extreme. I like it.
Can
Hashtag.
I be a competitive cigar smoker?
You could be anything you want.
What do you think about that? How can we
You know
work
what?
that
I
in
think,
there?
I think Tim Wong has that title.
Yeah, I think he does. Or John Marzala, he smokes a million.
To date, my I don't care to another company, but to date, my record is I smoked 20 Liga Privadas in one day.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yes, if you guys know what Liga, I'm sure everybody out there know what Liga Privada, a very full-bodied cigar. I went back and forth from 52s and number 9s. At the end of the night, I was in Nicaragua, so I would wake up at about 7 in the morning, start pounding cigars, probably till about 2 in the morning. At the end of the night, my tongue felt like I had a fur coat on. It was just terrible, and I was like, I don't want to smoke for a while. I got up the next morning, I lit up a cigar, I started smoking, and my friend was like, didn't you say you weren't smoking today? He goes, oh yeah, I forgot, might as well. And I kept,
You just kept going.
kept going. But yeah.
I will say, I know we own a cigar company, but taking a couple of days off, it really adds to the experience of that first cigar after a few days off, let me tell you, because you can really burn out your palate and you forget that.
Yeah.
Because we just like to smoke and, we enjoying cigars and things, but, you gotta take a break every now and then, guys. You gotta take a break every now and then. John, I'm talking to you in the studio audience.
All right, the next question from speaking of the studio audience, this is from John Marcellax's question out of Pennsylvania. He said, what was your biggest food competition to date?
I mean, I guess overall for like a food challenge or competition, I would say, Nathan's, the finals for, the Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs. There's, 40, 50,000 people in the crowd. It's live on ESPN at noon on 4th of July.
Wow.
Televised worldwide.
So you would say that's the World Series of competition eating?
Oh, definitely.
Wow.
It's our World Series or Super Bowl.
Okay, Super Bowl, right.
But I mean, a lot of our sponsors do a really great job with it. I was out in Los Angeles this year with the daily dumplings, the gyozas, Japanese
God, I
gyozas.
love dumplings. They're so good.
140 of them in 10 minutes.
Oh,
Wowzers.
And I didn't even finish in the top 10. It was so disappointing. I was hoping to break 200, but I still did 140 for my debut out there last year.
we gotta bring him to Jasmine now.
Ooh, I want to take it to it. We gotta have any out here. All you can eat sushi. You like sushi?
Oh, I love sushi.
Oh my God! Can you imagine taking it?
I can find it.
We'll have ninjas come out and killing us. They'll call the squad out, and they'll just freaking. We'll never be around anymore.
Yeah, but then I stand up and they're like, "Oh."
Yes.
Because, like, I've done quite a bit of sushi. I've ate 240 some pieces in a sitting with a friend in Toronto this past year. But I love sushi, and I'm all about trying to break records.
There's
every
got to
day.
be one around in the area.
There, yeah, in Newark. I mean, it's kind of tough to find stuff out here. I get nervous, but I'm with you,
South-
right?
Yeah,
Sunny Newark,
absolutely.
New Jersey.
We'll find. We're gonna find them. We're gonna do maybe. That'll be a nice segment. We'll go do it, and we'll go. Go somewhere.
That'd be
and-
great. I'd love
Protocol
to see
sponsored
it.
sushi.
Actually,
eating
protocol sponsored
Yeah.
Sushi eating.
thing.
I like it.
We're gonna go have sake, and it's gonna be phenomenal.
Got my
I like it a
oregano
lot.
with Chiger.
You want us to show the video of the hot dog?
Oh yeah, we could. I did.
Wait, we got one more question. And then,
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, the last question is: where has competition, professional competition, food eating? I'm saying the term taken you in the world. Where have you been? You kind of mentioned a little bit.
Yeah, so I touched on that. We did. It was 32 competitions, 12 states. So I've been to Texas twice. Toronto twice in Canada for poutine. I ate 14 pounds of poutine this
poutine's
last
awesome.
October in 10 minutes. I've been to Los Angeles.
I
for
like
gyozas.
poutine, too.
Well, poutine's good too.
All right.
you know.
Family show.
But just everywhere. I mean, I was just in New Orleans for 12.5 pounds of red beans and rice. Never been to NOLA in my life, and I'm glad that I was able to make that trip, because if you haven't been to New Orleans for anything, just go once.
It's awesome.
Just go, put it
Yeah.
on your bucket list, get it done. Go hang out in the French Quarter. It is awesome. I'm spoiled because I get to hang out with the locals, and we had some private balconies for the parades and stuff, but just epic time. Just everywhere I've gone.
New Orleans has those little powdered cakes. What are they called?
Powdered donuts.
No.
You should know. You were a
No,
cop.
no. They're not powdered donuts.
Well, they got king cakes, right? I don't think
They
they're
have these
powdered though. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I ate a bunch of red
the
beans
coffee
and rice.
place, like they have these little things.
Like a scone?
It's like a scone, but it's light, fluffy,
French,
like
probably?
Yeah, it's
no.
French.
I
I wonder how much of those you could eat.
I could eat a lot of something, because I've done 15 pounds of gyros. I just the other day I ate a 6-pound burrito.
Wow.
And my buddies, I had 2 friends eating with me. They couldn't finish theirs, so I finished theirs for them. That video's on
I
the
think
YouTube
you would
channel.
be great to take over the thing from Food Network, Man versus Food.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being a millionaire just in the Food Network
Yeah.
pays you to go all over the world and just have the.
Freaking awesome.
I dream about that every night, about being
sure.
a millionaire. So yes, I can imagine that.
That'd be
I'd love
pretty
to
cool.
just to travel and eat, talk about my food, do a live broadcast from a mobile studio or whatever in my car. Because I racked like 40,000 miles on my car in the last 13 months. So
Eventually, it's gonna happen. I know. I can feel you got great energy. And I think you're gonna be very successful.
thank you so
You're
much.
a good human being.
That's what drove me towards him, was just the energy in the room and just talking about.
great
He's got a
energy.
passion. We got a passion for cigars. We have a
just
passion for
glad
food.
Juan's
But
not the
he's
only one
passionate
talking.
about what he does, and that's half the battle, right? GI Joe.
Real American hero. So let's do the
Show a little
clip.
video?
Show
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah,
This
this
guy
is
in
guy in
action.
action.
yeah, this is
That's all right.
Oh,
We
there
have
we go.
things happen.
so this is my second hot dog run for 2020 practice. I'm here in New York at Coleman's Bar and Grill. They had some leftovers for me. They had 8 hot dogs and buns and some tang there that you find on a spaceship.
They're still seeing you.
Oh, okay. So are we on to the film yet or no?
No, you're on the film. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
what they're
we're-
seeing
They're
right
showing
now.
you right now.
Okay, so they're
That's
watching
you.
the film.
Tell the people what you're doing here. 'Cause
So, I do this.
Massacring.
Yeah, I separate the hot dog and bun. I take the bun, fold it inside out, dunk it in the water. There's science behind it. So you
Wow.
gotta take the air out of the bun, and the water's warm, so it almost liquefies the bun. I'm using the bun to wash down my hot dog. And I was trying something different. Normally I do 2 hot dogs and a bun, but now right here I'm just doing 1 hot dog. It was limited of 8 hot dogs, and we're going to, just try to increase this. I think, there's 8 hot dogs. It's a short film.
Oh, and this is a timed event, so it's how fast you can eat it, not the amount.
Well, yeah, like right now it's just practice, right? So it's just 8 hot dogs I have in front of me. That's all they had left because a couple other competitive eaters were there that day practicing, and I just jumped in on
So a
there.
question about your technique. So you take the bun.
Yep.
You put it in the water. Do you squeeze the extra
Nope.
water out,
No,
or
I
just
don't, I don't squeeze it. I
Okay.
just fold the bun inside out, dunk it.
okay?
You got a 5-second ruling on dunking, so about 3 seconds. You can feel the air come out of the bun,
Okay.
and then I just kind of smash it. It's like a liquid shot to the face to wash down the hot.
Wowzers! Look at that.
Yeah. So
As I'm watching this video, I'm also very impressed about your beard. You have an epic beard.
thank you.
And I just started mine about a year ago, and
Okay.
I'm still trying. I actually went to beard oil now. It's helping a little bit, but
Beard
I just,
oil, you got to comb it every day. You got to do the waxes. It's
wax I
daily.
don't do. Right now, I just started beard
Yeah,
oil.
beard oil every day. If you do something like that, I would say what I use, but they don't pay me, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
But definitely. So that's about eight hot dogs in probably about a minute 45.
Nice job.
So I got to improve on that. We got
Good job.
Got some bun hanging out of the mouth.
I love
there.
it.
So
Impressed.
is
Very
awesome.
impressive. I'm gonna
Amazing.
give you applause for that one.
thank you.
All right, so we're gonna do a little to show the power of this man live on Protocol Live. We have a full picture of Yingling beer. Timekeeper, get the stop clock ready. We're gonna see how long it takes him
Timekeeper.
to
So-
pound this thing.
I've always said
right.
I drink pints like shots and pitchers like pints.
Ooh, let's see this.
So let's see how we can get
When you
this.
tell
I'm
us
gonna
go,
sit to the side here just in case. There's
in case we,
One, you say when.
All right. Let's see here.
when it goes to his lip, we start.
All right, let's do this.
So tense.
That's
It's amazing. Take a breath.
oh my god. Time.
21-32.
Full picture. Yes. I told him to do that. Yes. That's the best segment of the show. High five.
Yes.
Good job. Good
Chiger,
job.
love you,
Chiger,
dude. That was
21
awesome.
seconds. That is massive. That is just astronomical. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
That was 5 full cans of Yingling right there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like this.
Very tasty.
Yes. Love. That was awesome. Thank you for doing that.
No problem. Thank you.
So towards the, I think that's about talking about you for right now.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to you because I want everybody to know, and we're gonna put it in the notes, like all your
We'll have it in the description box
descriptions,
below.
your
all-
YouTube,
how to
your
follow.
Facebook,
Yeah.
all that stuff is gonna be
Awesome.
on there, and we're gonna push you. We're gonna take pictures tonight. I'm gonna put you all over. Try to help you guys, help you do get more fans because I want you to do good. Hopefully, get monetized by YouTube. Next, thing you know, you got money coming in that way. We can't because they just recently stopped monetizing tobacco pages. Well, I think it's absolutely crazy.
We're more
It's
of a
not fair,
lifestyle
but
page,
you know what?
though.
I'm going to push you guys out on all my media, and my people come over and follow you guys because there's a lot of smokers out there and drinkers, and
We'll have our
know.
people meet your people.
oh, definitely, we'll all get together.
What's
No,
the
I
Puff
gotta-
Daddy? We have My Friends. We Could Be Friends. Whatever. What was that song, right? Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Puff Daddy, didn't somebody say today was the anniversary of Notorious B.I.G. passing?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
I did hear somebody say
Yeah,
that.
and
Rest in
thank you,
peace, B.I.G..
thank you to Chiger. He was on the Compound Media podcast where they
Yes.
got 750,000 subscribers. Gave him a couple of boxes, and they are now supporting Protocol. They've reached out to us. We might do something with them in the future, but I
that's
can't thank you
great.
enough for the joint partnership here and just being a friend to Protocol, and we'll support you in your travels.
Thank you guys so much. I mean, that's what it's about. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Absolutely.
And I'm always out to help somebody, and I'm not forgetting where I'm coming from. I'm just a competitive eater, and I don't judge anybody.
And you smoke Protocol, so we love you.
And maybe my new official cigar.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of positive energy, and that's what we're all
We
about.
talked about that in the last episode.
we
Let's,
talked
let's
about
be good to
positive
one
and
another,
be
right?
good to one another.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
All right, not to make this show too long. So let's do events. That's our next bullet. Our events. So we're gonna talk about some events we did. We did a past event. Was it Friday?
Yeah. Oh no, Saturday.
It was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, March 7th. Actually, we did an event at Artisan Cheese and Wine Cellars at 55 West Lehigh Street, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
They're also the same owners as the Wooden Match, which is located right across the street. But it was an amazing event. I tell you, I had such an awesome time. It was, I want to say it was about 50 people there, and that's some of the pictures of some of the people there. I
It's
saw,
not, green room. They can't see it.
oh,
Yet.
they can't see it
Just-
yet. All right, when you put it up,
Transition.
you put it up. So we'll just talk about it. So there's a picture of some of the guys there. We took a little group shot of the places. Very pretty, very artisy, and hence the reason they call it artisan. But great dinner. They had elk, boar. They had
Quail.
venison, quail, trout.
Yeah. And the venison wasn't even gamey.
Nah,
It was
all delicious. It was
yeah.
just all really, really good. My favorite was probably the boar spring rolls.
Yes, those were amazing.
They took the boar and they made them into this beautiful spring rolls. It was just so good. It was really, really good.
we had a bit of a special guest show up, Juan, that you were over the moon about.
yes.
Yeah, I
Over the
don't know if you were
moon's
going to
an
talk about that,
It
but
was a surprise. One of my best pals, his name is John Bazzacco. He's a retired NYPD cop. We met years ago, and he showed up there. It was a surprise. Him and his beautiful wife, Martha Matos, they showed up, and it was just amazing to have them there. And that was a special little treat. So that event was amazing. Basically, it was like $75. Everybody got 2 hefty pours of Jameson. They got 2 cigars. One was a official misconduct and the Themis. And then by the time the appetizers were done, I was stuffed.
you were done. Yeah.
I
it
couldn't
was-
eat no more.
They kept coming out. Like, I thought, I was like, oh, I got to try this stuff. But every time I was like, thinking I wasn't going to get something, it's like they came out with more quail.
Yeah.
They came out with even more
The quail was really nice. So
Yeah,
what's
it's
the
amazing.
what's the term when they take the bone out of the what you know the
Deboning?
spatchcock.
spatchcock. They spatchcocked it.
Spatchcock.
Right. That's what I said.
Spat
Spatchcock.
on the cock
It's laying
for
the
him.
bird flat so you get an even cook.
Yes, so they cut the bone out, whatever. They
backbone.
They spatchcocked it. They spat. I say it one more time.
Spatchcocked.
They spatchcocked the quail.
Yeah.
So when there's a little bird, and I guess you
It
ate
was
the,
so
just
good.
no bone. It was
I bet
amazing.
I can eat a lot of those.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
really good.
A lot of people were nervous on pretty much everything that was coming out, right? A lot of the females that were hanging out. And
wanna
when they tasted it, they were like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." Everything was so good. The venison wasn't
The
gamey.
venison actually came out in a mushroom, like a little mushroom cap.
yeah.
No,
It
that was
just-
the elk. That was the elk.
That was the elk. Okay, the elk. Yeah, the
Yeah.
venison was the main course.
That was the. It looked like steak, and it
Yeah.
tasted just so
It was
good.
amazing.
Tender.
And then the rabbit was a beautiful rabbit leg, hind leg,
Gosh,
right?
so
It was
good.
really good.
Yeah, just take your mind out of it, people. Just eat it. It's fantastic.
So I'll tell you about this. Last year they had camel meatballs. I could not wrap my head around camel
you could
meatballs.
not.
I ate one and I couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't do it.
You're eating Joe Camel.
Yeah, it's just I like camel toe, not camel balls.
Oh God. family.
That's a
Let's try to
joke.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Oh. Boo. Kevin doesn't like to let us get out of
Try
control.
to keep it a little tame here on
We're gonna get
Protocol
some
Life.
bouncers in here.
Yes.
Bouncers. Yeah.
You'd be a great bouncer.
Yeah, you would be a great bouncer.
Have a stick every time I say something bad. You, bam.
You'd be all messed up.
So that was an amazing event, and we've done that for about 3 years in a row now, Kevin.
4. I did the first one I
4,
ever did was
yes.
alone. You or Bill were not there.
Yeah, so hopefully next year we'll do it again and get more people there. It's an awesome time. The food was out of control. I'm going to give a shout out to their chef, excuse me. His name is Brett Giancotti. I'm sure I'm saying that
I
wrong.
knew you were going to
but
say it wrong. Yeah.
I even called Vince, the owner of the place. I said, "Can you please tell me his name, how to pronounce it? I don't want to mess it up." And what did I do the first thing when I called him? I messed it up. Anyway, so the Brett, great job.
Yeah.
He's also the executive chef of Artisan and at the Wooden Match across the street. So we got that out the way. Now, upcoming events. There's 3 other events we have coming in March. I'm just going to read these off real quick so we can go on to the next topic. March 14th, that's next Saturday. Well, actually, this Saturday coming up, we're going to do a caravan takeover. Caravan Cigar Company, where we all met. We're going to be there. Protocol is going to do a caravan takeover. And the address of Caravan Cigar Company is 106 South Chestnut Street, Bath, PA. We're going to be there from 5 to close.
Yeah,
It's going to
Chiger's
be
got the lighter.
awesome. It's going to be, he's got the lighter there, and that's where our companies met, our brands met, and we're going to continue to grow. Hopefully you'll be there, Chiger, and we'll have a freaking blast. Then we got March 19th at Famous Smoke Shop, 90 Morton Street, Smoking Shields. We spoke about that.
Morton?
Mort, M-O-R-T, Mort Drive. I'm sorry. I don't know what I said, but it was like 90 Mort Drive. Smoking Shield is a first responder smoking group. and they're pretty awesome. They're gonna have, I think the Jersey chapter is gonna have a little meetup there. We're gonna be there and probably buy them a few pictures and just hang out with those guys. It's gonna be pretty awesome. And then last on our list is Thursday, March 26th, Main Street Cigars, 53 Main Street, Woodbridge, New Jersey, 07095. We're going to be there from, I believe it's from 5 p.m. to 9, but that 9 p.m. is a soft 9 p.m. I'm sure we'll probably call the police and get us out of there. Page 1 production notes, done. Boom. So now we're on to the next bullet, protocol chow lineup.
No, we did chow lineup. That was it.
No, we've talked about the event.
We talked about it, but now we're actually going to talk a little bit more. These two kind of segue to each other. I'm gonna let Kevin, because I'm parched already. Kevin, talk about basically about Artisan and the wooden match. Tell the people a little bit about it.
Yeah, you kind of covered it, but just we've been supporting that for the last 4 years. The first time I've ever done it was without Bill or Juan. That was my independent event because I hang out there so much and everyone knows me. But just a real classy time. Juan got all dressed up, had the ponytail, rocking.
Yes.
Obviously the Johnny B and Martha appearance was a very welcome surprise. But very, very, very nice time. Like you said, Brett and the food, just, Vince, Ronnie, Anthony, just couldn't support us enough. And, I love doing that event. I look forward to it every year. And I'm glad, Juan, that you were able to eat all the food this year.
It was awesome.
You were not nervous because there was no camel meatballs. I wish there was something weirder.
No, thank God there wasn't. So a little bit about the Artisan. So there's basically two separate businesses owned by the same person, but they're right across the street from the other. And they couldn't be more polar opposites. One is a very neighborhood bar where the bands come and play, and that's the Wooden Match. And then right across the street is the Artisan Wine and Cheese Cellar. And that place is hoity-toity. You got to dress up nice, put a ponytail in your head, You get wine. What's the right word for, the meat and cheese place? Charcuterie?
Charcuterie
plate.
That's where you get a charcuterie
or board.
plate.
They call it a charcuterie board.
Awesome
It's
place.
the same parking lot, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exact
same
same
parking
park.
lot.
So
Same parking lot.
you can actually drive up, get a spot, and you feel, how do I feel today? How am I dressed? Do I feel like I want to, dance in a bar, or do I want to, have my pinky up in the air and drink a glass of wine with some aged meats and cheeses? So it's kind of up to you. Or you can do both. Go have a beer at the Wooden Match and run over and have a glass of wine over there. And it's pretty
Match
awesome.
has some of the best burgers that you could possibly get.
Yes.
I had
The
grilled
food there is really
cheeses
good.
with a burger on it and bacon, and it was, to me, it's 2 meals. To Chiger, it's an appetizer.
Oh, a snack. Yeah, totally. That sounds delicious, though.
If you guys,
We got to get you over there.
If you guys come to the Lehigh Valley area, our suggestion is definitely check out Artisan's Wine and Cheese Cellar, located at 55 West Lehigh Street, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and the Wooden Match right across the street at 61 West Lehigh Street, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Both same zip code, 18018. Don't miss it.
I've been to Artisans. I highly recommend it. It's nice if you're just traveling through. You want to stop and have a glass of wine, mid-afternoon or something. If you're doing the wine tours of Lehigh Valley, I definitely recommend you stop in, check it out.
Oh, yeah.
They have wine on tap.
The only thing at the Artisan, on any given day, you cannot smoke there. Am I right or wrong?
Correct.
Okay. At the special event, you can smoke. Our event there, you can't smoke. That's the only difference. So the Artisan, you cannot smoke, but you want to impress somebody and have a nice, elegant evening, you go there, and then you go to Wooden Match and have a nice cigar and a few beers.
Yeah, you can
awesome
smoke at the Wooden
places.
Match.
And
to
usually,
smoke at the Wooden Match.
by that time, after you're done with dinner, they got the band going up at the match. So you grab they always have craft beer. They have the Miller Lite bottles and stuff, but their tap selection is really nice.
They have a lot of taps.
The beer manager knows how to do it. I think he picks beers that are a little higher in alcohol that you got to watch because I got to drive 35 minutes. But usually he has a session IPA that's really nice and decent on tap that you can have a couple and not have to worry.
The Artisan, if I'm not mistaken, they have unplugged music.
Yeah, we had a
small-
DJ for our event, so sometimes
okay.
they have a single guitar player or a
Yep.
piano player
playing
yeah.
in the background.
Yeah.
The times I've been there, so I'm not trying to step on you guys.
No, dude,
I've
we love
experienced
this.
Part of it.
place. It's a
We
good
love
time.
it. We love it. And
You're part of the conversation today.
what's crazy, Juan, is Chiger actually watched all of our episodes of Protocol Live prior
Really?
to this to do his
Wow.
homework.
That I have.
pretty
yeah.
impressive.
I was impressed with
definitely.
that.
What was your favorite episode up to date?
Ooh,
If you had a-
call me out on this. I watch a lot of things going on. Man, I don't know. You guys were talking about the steakhouse that you mentioned that you want to take me to in New York.
Keen's.
King's awesome place.
A couple episodes ago. I'm going to be honest with you. I missed I think the last episode or two, but I really try to do my homework because I was supposed to be on a month ago.
Yes,
and a bunch of things were going on with you guys and me.
Yes.
We were traveling, so
You were traveling. We had some life things going on.
Yep. So I mean, the life things. I hope they work their way out. And I'm
Yeah,
traveling.
it was all minor. Yeah.
I'm home again. I was supposed to leave again Wednesday, but the coronavirus has kicked me in the.
let's talk about that for a little
Oh.
bit. The coronavirus.
Live.
Yeah, I mean.
I honestly think this is like a media-driven hysteria. It's
yeah.
and it's not the
Hillary won the election 4 years ago, just so you guys know. According to the media.
Protocol politics.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go there.
Oh, no, it's funny. It's
But
hilarious.
just to touch on the whole, I'm agreeing with you, Juan, 100% because of the media driven. Because I mean, in the mentality, I drank a pitcher of beer, guys.
Yes.
On top of,
I love it.
On top of, I'm half one of these guys in. And
I made him.
That's like
On
three
a
pitchers
side
right
production note, I
Yeah,
made
oh.
him a Juan old fashioned.
It's smoked. It's delicious.
I made him a special old fashioned. I smoked it. and
Reamer
everything.
makes a good one. Juan makes a good smoked
Well,
one.
actually, Reamer makes a Manhattan,
Oh,
which is
my bad.
different than that, and
See,
a
I'm
totally
just a
different.
eater. I'm not a drinker.
Yeah, I personally, the vermouth, like the slightly bitterness of the vermouth, I don't personally like. Like if I had to choose one, like Reamer, you make great Manhattans.
Yes, you do. So
I
my
just
bad. Two
I
different
just
drinks.
like I've always liked the old fashioned. That's just my thing, But yeah, so it's amazing. Like if you look back and you do some research, every election year there's a major disease. If it's not Ebola, the swine flu, like you go back and there's just always something like
Bird flu.
and
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I
Now
think
we
it's just
got
the
this.
flu, and look at how many people pass away every year from the flu, and we understand that's we have a vaccine for it, but sometimes they miss it. And I think it's elderly people, anyone's at risk. You get anything, you get a pneumonia, people pass away from that every year. I think it's overhyped as well.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not,
just have
I'm
to be
not worried
healthy.
about it.
If you're not healthy,
Yeah.
stay home.
Yeah, why do we have to teach people how
And
to
if
wash
you're
their
sick,
hands?
stay home.
what I don't
Stay home if you're sick.
Yeah.
what I don't understand is how does the corona outbreak translate into toilet paper shortages?
Right. Well,
Can somebody explain that one to me?
it's just all supplies.
I can
everywhere.
understand.
Supply
Like, all right, so
and demand.
listen. I went to Sam's the other day and I noticed that every single product that had antibacterial on it, stamped on it, gone, sold out. You can't find it anywhere. We're gonna talk about that more on the one quote of the week, but I had a brilliant marketing idea, and we're gonna talk about that later. So, protocol outtakes. I'm gonna let you speak solely on this one, Kevin.
No, I want you to add to it.
No,
'cause-
all right, but I
Yeah,
need a
I'll
break.
start. Yeah,
Tell
I
them
know.
about the Peter.
You love chiming in,
Yeah, go ahead.
breaking in.
I'll chime in here and there.
So,
But
so after our great event over at the Wooden Match, Peter Johann Band was playing again at the Liederkranz, which is a private club that when they play, they open it up to the public. Anyone that follows the Peter Johann Band is able to go. And for those of you that weren't able to see him prior, I think Tristan, that was your first time. I think
No,
Tim.
I saw him before, but he didn't remember my name, so it's
Oh,
okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
He thought I was
I
Zach.
remember everybody.
You
But-
have a very unique name.
We
It
had
could be hard to follow.
We had such a nice time. That band, they played Peter Gabriel Sledgehammer for me at the end, and then they even played an extra song for us. But that band just rocks.
They
I
did
love
happy
Ian.
birthday in German.
Ian's a very large man himself. I think he's like 6'5", and I don't want to guess his weight, but he's a big man. But he
Somewhere
can get on
between
mic.
1,000
and
pounds
he's-
and a million
he's-
kilograms.
He's amazing. Just that band just does such a good job. We can smoke there at the Liederkranz. The owners there welcomed me back. They were so thankful I brought a crew out to support them and the place, and just a really good time. We partied our butts off that evening.
I played shuffleboard for the first time.
Yeah?
Right?
I
Is,
saw that,
It wasn't,
yeah.
it wasn't the shuffleboard like on a cruise ship, though.
No,
it
not the
was like
shuffleboard.
handheld.
is it a different name when it's
No, it's
they
called
just call it
shuffleboard.
shuffleboard.
still shuffleboard?
It was fun.
Okay, it was fun. I just never did it before.
Yes,
and
me
yeah.
and Mr. Fada beat you and Mr.
Yes.
Reamer.
And you were dancing. It was a good time.
It was
I had a
actually
blast.
dance
tremendous.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I dance very
Oh,
well.
you-
What?
I love
you-
dancing.
He
With the
really does like
ponytail?
grinding.
Great.
One interesting note, there was a woman that came up to me. I didn't know who she was, and she was standing next to me waiting to get a beer, and she says, "Oh my gosh," she's like, "thank you guys for coming. There's so many good-looking bald men here tonight. We can't believe it. We've never had so many good-looking bald men in there." Chiger, you should have been there.
I just so you ladies know.
Yes.
Not only does he have a beard, and not
bald.
only is he bald, but he has a size 18 shoe. That's I would write that on my resume. Bald, beard, size 18 shoe.
You know what?
Juan won't let that
He knows
go.
where you can get a really big wiener.
Oh God. Tristan.
Nathan's hot dogs.
Exactly.
Nathan's hot
See?
dogs, Yes.
All right, so I think we're almost like okay, we're doing pretty good. All right, so
Why you gotta go so dark, Kevin? Jeez. Sometimes this is PG.
here, this is Tristan's.
Me, the Juan
Tradi-
quote of the week. So
Juan
originally,
quote of the
talking about his dancing was the real Juan quote of the week. But since we got to keep this family oriented, let's see.
Which we haven't done a good job on this episode.
No, I
of
think
doing.
we've done a great job. It's just been a few little innuendos, very
So-
Rules here.
light.
Lots of rules.
So he did say this to me before he posted it. So it is protocol are 99.999% antibacterial of all germs, and
No,
the
I-
FDA does not approve that.
Ready? Now I want to read it. Protocols are
Wait.
antibacterial, antivirus, kill 99.999% of all germs
Juan,
and viruses.
You maniac! Everyone can read it. You posted it.
Right. That's my quote of the week. All right, so we're done. Actually, one more thing before then we're gonna go kind of free. I was gonna say free ball on it, but free, whatever the word I want to say.
I can't win. I can't win. I can't.
All right,
win.
so listen.
I tried.
So
I tried.
we did a new thing where if we pick your question, we get millions and millions of questions from the viewers
Yes,
out
if
there.
you get a question,
If we get a question read live on the show, you're gonna get a little prize pack.
Did the last
guy,
person get his prize?
he didn't get it yet, but it did go out.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it. So this year's winner is a guy named Steve Oberman. Steve
Steve's just-
Oberman.
all he does is win this week. He actually just won the 191 challenge. You
Really?
wanna
Did he
hear it?
really?
Yeah, he did.
Wow. I'm going to read Steve question in full. So it says, first off, I'm a PA guy that has been out to the Midwest. The guys at Iowa Cigar Company knew you guys by name when I randomly dropped by on a work trip. Not saying they knew you as protocol. They knew you guys as, oh my God, you guys know Juan, Bill, and Kevin. Probably a place to check out. Can you imagine you just go to some random place in Iowa and the guy's like, oh, you guys know Juan, Bill, and Kevin? That's impressive.
awesome.
Kevin, you're doing big things in this in the
No
world.
one knows who I am.
So here's his question. His question goes as follows. What's our favorite cut and why does it vary by cigar and why? And will you guys be putting out anything with a Corojo or Habano wrapper? So let's do the cut first. I am a very traditional straight cut guy. I cut right at the shoulder, so you guys know the anatomy of a cigar. You know that the head and starts to curve up, so that's the head. And when it starts to curve this way, it's called the shoulder. So I cut between the head and the shoulder, just every little bit light, little touch. Because what happens if you guys go a little bit low below the shoulders, what happens is your cigar can unravel, because what's holding the cigar end together is that those leaves that are wrapped in a certain way. So you have to can't cut too low because it'll unravel. So I like a straight cut, and I believe it's my favorite cut because the airflow, it's just the perfect amount of airflow. I know, Tristan, what do you like? I know
Because I'm such a youngster, I'm the hipster of this community here. I'm a V-cut guy personally. It's just what I started with. It's what I love. So the Calibri V-cuts are by far the best.
Shout out to Calibri.
Chiger?
Chiger, what do you like?
I'll have to go with Tristan on that. I'm a V-cut guy. I actually just started with the box cigars, like just taking the nips off. Someone gave me a great cutter a couple weeks ago, hanging out with my buddy Tim that's in the audience. He gave me a nice cutter. So I'm kind of opening back up to the,
Shout out,
the
Tim.
wider cut, but I've always been a V-cut guy because I like to chew on the end of my cigars. And I think it kind of holds it together a little better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a straight cut guy. I'm with Juan. Just always been. But if I don't have a cutter, Tristan always has his V cut. He's always good for that. So, but
I'm glad I'm good for one thing.
traditionally, I like the V cut. I think it draws pretty good. Or sorry, the straight cut. I think it draws
I
pretty
know
nice.
Kevin's going to be mad at this, but I don't like V-cut on a cigar. I like V-cut somewhere
Oh
else.
God.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Jeez.
Yes.
You guys don't have a lot of lady followers,
Yeah.
do you?
No.
No.
Oh, God.
It's actually 11% of our audience.
Oh, 11%. Okay. I think it's probably like 50+% on mine because they love how I eat food.
Yes.
Kevin, what's our time check right now?
Yes.
So can I get a-
You can eat something else
Check is
just as
44
well.
minutes.
All right, we're doing pretty good. So we're gonna go
Yeah.
kind of like free form right
So,
now. I want to go
I
back
actu-
to Chiger. Go ahead. Wait,
Oh,
you got something
go ahead.
before we go? Go ahead.
I was just gonna add. So I am now smoking an original Protocol original with the white band. It's not the new updated band. And I don't know if this is going to come up on camera, but that is well aged.
Wow,
I got
that's
this
brown,
at I got this at New Tobacco Village. Lena was releasing her own cigar with Aganorsa leaf. And I found these in the humidor. I will tell you, we bought all those cigars, but she still has in the back.
We bought our cigars
I bought my
back.
cigars back from her because we don't have many of those.
Don't have any more. They're all gone.
But I will tell you, in the back, she has original white banded Protocol Lanceros.
Wow.
So yeah, just giving her a shout out. That was a really nice event
She's
for
gonna
her.
sell
She
out
sold
the next
out.
day after this gets posted.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. John Marzella has already left the studio. He's going to get those right now.
He's
Bye,
flooring it.
John.
Oh my god.
Bye, John.
John.
We'll see you later.
Yeah.
He's speeding out of here.
But no, that I think that's a real nice shop. That was my first time there, and just a shout out to her and what they're doing, and they support Protocol, so I wanted to give her a little shout out. But yeah, they had these there, and I posted them, and in about 5 minutes, I had a request to buy the rest of the box, so they are gone.
That's
So,
awesome.
so I do have a little side one here. Is a Kevin quote of the week.
Oh God,
So we got a little request asking about more drops on the show, and Kevin leans over to me and goes, "What the hell's a drop?" For those of you who don't know, drops are like quotes or like music or anything like that. So if you're fans of, like opiate,
it's not like a call out to somebody.
no,
or-
no. So
okay.
it's like Juan saying something outrageous, and then we continuously use that in the show in the future. Just that little recording. You keep it clean.
I'm learning about all these slang terms and things. I don't know.
So I'm gonna have to. I want to go back to Chiger and give him a
ahead.
plug, but we have to do. We're actually gonna do another podcast with. I tapped that cigar, and we gotta reach out to him in the next like 10 minutes. So, Chiger, I want you to tell everybody how can they follow you. For the people that already following you, they love this show. For the people that just met you like me and just are wowed by you. How can we follow you? Tell us all your social media platforms.
Oh man, you could start at Chiger, George Chiger at Facebook, or George the Smorgasbord Chiger on my Smorgasbord Facebook page. The biggest one is at Chiger for Instagram, and then of course the Smorgasbord. Because that's who I am. I just eat a little bit of everything. So the Smorgasbord on YouTube. That's my biggest platform I'm trying to grow right now, just to get out there for you guys could see my food challenges and competitions. My guy Ben, he's like editing everything day and night for me. We're trying to just really just promote my YouTube page. But if you go to any of my pages, at G Chiger at Twitter, you'll see all my links to go to any of my social media. So really, it's everywhere. I check in every day. I'm driving somewhere. I do Q&As. I do food reviews. I'm going to start hopefully doing Protocol limited cigar reviews on my social media here. These guys have been great. I've been doing a lot on Compound Media in New York City, promoting these guys. They really hooked me up to go out there, and then I brought some cigars with me last time I was in the city, and the guys just loved it. They're like, "Oh, we smoke these all the time. Let's talk about this." So, the biggest thing is if you just Google George Chiger, last name Chiger, and that is my name. Sorry, guys, but it is my name, and you can pretty much find any of my social media platforms just by Chiger, at G Chiger or at Chiger. And, of course, the Smorgasbord is my YouTube channel, and that's like the biggest thing. Ben's really doing great little clips and, 7 minutes to 10-minute videos of me just housing pounds of food. There's a video of me talking about drinking gallons of beer, because you guys saw it. I drank a half a gallon of beer there in 21 seconds. Was that the
Yes,
official
21
time?
seconds. That was the
21
official time.
seconds. So.
And you took a breather. I think if you would just went through, you probably could have done it maybe 18.
Oh, definitely. But, I drink pints like shots and pitchers like pints.
That's
So,
a great. I love that quote.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I do. So thank you again, guys, having me on.
It was
today.
awesome
appreciate it.
having you
Nah,
here, and
thank you for
you don't
coming
have
on.
to leave. You can continue drinking. and
Awesome. Thank
Hang
you.
out.
hang out. I'm sure Kevin and I think the guy said it was like a 45-minute podcast, so we'll do the podcast and then we'll continue to entertain the
Oh,
people
that's
here at the
great.
studio. We'll have a good time.
Yep.
On that note, thank you, everybody.
Hey,
Kevin,
let's do our plugs here.
What's our plug?
It's
our plug.
This whole thing is a plug for
Follow
protocol.
Juan at protocol _cigars.
He has it.
Juan. Follow Kevin at protocol _Kevin. Follow myself at protocol _
We're gonna have all the stuff in the bottom. We're gonna put all the stuff.
Look in the description below.
All of Chiger's contacts and information.
I'll have it
I'm
all
gonna
there
do
for you.
individual posts. It's gonna be a social media blitz right for this guy because we love him. Thank you very much for having us, Kevin.
All right,
Put our
guys.
pee in your
do
mouth.
the closing.
Go ahead, Tristan.
that was
Say
rough.
it. Oh, God, Tristan. Go ahead.
He said it already.
I know. All
there
right,
we go.
guys. Like, share, subscribe, do what you want to do, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you guys for having me.